Alright, so I didn't get a chance to actually talk about this because, you know, they don't usually give out red dragon stones early in the months, but because Christmas time is coming up, I guess they were pretty generous enough to actually give us red dragon stones. But yeah, they give us 3 red dragon stones this time. I'm gonna basically give you guys a benefit of a doubt of what characters you should be choosing out of this stuff. Based off of the images first, I can definitely say get any of these guys. They've already super ECA'd and they're very good. Freaking Vegito Blue is on there. That's insane. You might as well pick him up. You can pick up Janemba. Those are probably the 2 top units I would recommend out of this entire batch. But if you are missing units, I would pick those up first, in my opinion. But whatever you choose with your stones is what you do with them. They all cost 1 red dragon stone each. So if you want dupes, this will be a good time to get dupes as well. These are the units that will cost at least two red dragon stones. Would I recommend them? Damn, they put Cell in here. If you want Cell, probably this would be a good pick, but it's a meh. It's kind of meh in my opinion. Even though Super Easy Cell is insane. I'm not sure if it's worth getting these 2 as well, but you are getting all 3. That's just my opinion on it. That's probably like the best one if you want at least Super Easy Cell. But is it worth it? I don't know. Personally, I don't think so, but depends. And then we have all these guys. Each of them do cost 3 red dragon stones. But I'll talk more in depth about these guys. This does last until next year or January 2nd. So if you want to hold off until then, go right ahead. The Elder Kai is also in here if you already have every one of these guys rainbowed. So if you don't need them and you want just Elder Kais, I'd say just go for it. It's not a bad pick. But without further ado, let's go into the actual thing. I'm pretty sure everyone's already picked up their 3 red dragon stones, and yeah, I've already done this part. It's gonna be a short. I don't know if it's gonna be a short or not. I have to condense it maybe. But if I go into here, there they are. I think all the images are all the characters that are shown are also in here. I have to double check because I think. Was there more? Yeah, there's more. Okay, I was about to say, it's like, is there more? There's more. Okay. Perfect. Let's go from the top bottom. So 3 red dragon stones. So let's keep in mind that each of them also do have 2 Kais. Some of those single characters have 2 Kais. I think some of the other characters like, or packages like these guys also have 2. Yeah. So each of them have 2 Elder Kais. Except for the bottom one. Which you get 2 extra Elder Kais on top. So it's 3, so 9 Elder Kais. We just want to get Elder Kais, but we're getting options in here. Goku is meh. Nail is not too bad actually. I know his ECA is not too recent, but at least he's good. Bojack is pretty decent. Goku and Vegeta, wouldn't say they're great right now, honestly. But if you're missing any of these units, I would pick them up. If you already rainbowed, or at least feel like you don't need dupes of everything else, sure. Gohan, I don't know why they put him in here actually. That's just, I don't know why. Goku and Kid Buu are not bad options. They've already EZA'd, and I personally think they're pretty good. In my opinion, you've seen them in my most recent videos. I would recommend picking them up if you don't have them. These 2 are really solid. They're pretty solid options for GT Heroes. If your GT Heroes team is pretty lacking, these 2 are pretty good options. I probably don't recommend this package actually. This package depends. They do cost, each of these do cost 2 red dragon stones, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's just my personal take, but if you're missing these guys, which I highly doubt you don't, if you don't, I probably would not recommend getting it just for super easy sell. But if you're missing them, sure, but not really recommended. And then, now we're going to the meaty, the actual stuff that's in here. Okay, and there's some really good options in here too. Janemba is great. It's a pretty good super easy option. Gohan. If you're missing Hybrid Saiyans or Majin Buu Saga, or some other minor categories, I believe Revenge is also what he's under as well. Sure, it works. Brawly's not too bad. I've used him consistently on some of my other videos. I've done a showcase on him. He's also pretty solid. But is he good now? No, not truly, but he's pretty much doable in every other piece of content. Would recommend it. Full power Frieza, he might fill in some gaps on some categories if you're not running, like, I don't know, Planet Namek Saga, Terrifying Conquerors, Wicked Bloodline, I guess, and some other categories, or even full power. He's solid. Beerus is actually pretty good. I would recommend him. Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku isn't that crazy as much, even though he is the very first Super EZA that dropped last year. I'd say he's solid for Battlefield, and that's all I can think of. But if you're missing like movie heroes or Super Saiyan 3 buff or something like that, sure. Or Power Beyond Super Saiyan. But I think everything outside of maybe the most current GDC content, or maybe some of the recent red zones, you could probably get away with most red zones, but not all. Same thing with Gotenks. He's the second Super EZA, right? If I remember correctly. Would I recommend him? Yeah, if you're missing him, or if you need the Super Saiyan 3 Majin Buu Saga buff or something like that, sure. But for typical content, same thing applies pretty much to him. Pretty much most units, at least, from what I'm talking about here. Kid Buu, it's actually pretty solid for support. I've used him a few times here and there. I would recommend picking him up. Goku Black is a kind of a hard no, and kind of a yes. Yes, if you don't have him, sure. He's super ECAs and he's a decent support for super bosses. But anything outside of that, I would not recommend unless you don't have him. Vegito Blue and Rose is pretty much a yes, a literal yes. I would recommend picking him up. Same thing with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Yes, I would recommend picking them up. I know Vegeta kind of sucks, but at least if you don't have a good enough of a GT Heroes team or a what's called a Giant A Power team, I'd say these two are pretty solid. I'd say Vegeta's a pretty solid pick, but Goku is a literal, like, yes, you should get him. He's insanely good. That's how he's done tremendously well in GDC content, Red Zone content. He's very good. I highly suggest getting him. He has not super EZA'd yet. I'm pretty sure he'll probably super EZA in the future when we do maybe Majin Buu Saga, or no, not Majin Buu Saga, maybe like a Fusion Reborn event, or maybe an Otherworld Warrior celebration. They kind of missed their mark when PyCon released, but we already got AGL PyCon ECA and Janemba ECA, so I hope we get his super ECA soon, maybe? I don't know. Same thing with him. I don't know why they missed the mark on this guy too. You know, it's been how many years since his ECA? Maybe like 4 years? Maybe it is about that time? Not sure. Same thing with these two. I hope he super ECAs the celebration, but I don't think so. I hope he super ECA soon. His ECA was actually pretty good. It fixed some of the issues that he had prior to his ECA, but even in a Super Easy, I hope it fixes some of the issues that are underlying for Super Saiyan 3 units specifically, but I don't know. But I would recommend picking some of these guys up if you don't have them, and making sure you prepare for their Super ECAs. Broly, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, oh god, please. If you don't have them, sure, pick them up, but god, please. Fix, if you Super ECA this, if they Super ECA Broly, please, for the love of hell, please make him good. That would be amazing. Because right now he sucks, and before his ECA he sucked. There's no doubt about that. He needs a major overhaul. Kid Buu. Just wait till we get another Kid Buu. I'm just kidding. Pick him up. Maybe, if you want to prepare for a Super ECA in the future. SDR Janemba. If you can make SDR Janemba match along with this, with Gogeta, and then you match those guys with their first anniversary counterparts, sure. I think that could work. Cooler, I think people want Super ECA physical cooler. I think it'll be pretty cool actually. Trunks and Zamasu. When was their ECA, like 3 years ago? Was it? It's been a hot, like 3-4 years ago? It's been a hot minute. Would recommend picking them up, I guess. Vegito and Buhan and Omega Shenron. Okay, these 3 Super ECAs are actually pretty tight. They're pretty good. Okay, personally, Vegito, I know people are saying that he's not that crazy. I'd still pick him up, just if you don't have him. But he's been pretty solid on some of the teams I've been running in my recent videos from like the beginning of the year. I'd say he's still a pretty solid pick to get. Buhan, very good unit to pick up. Heals is a pretty damn good nuker now. And he also does additional supers. He's been working on the teams I've been running for the past year. He's still really good till now. I would recommend picking him up. And then Esther Omega Shenron, Valiers under GT Bosses. GT Bosses is insane now. I would highly recommend picking him up if you don't have him or you need dupes of him. Now we get to the other stuff. Oh boy, let's see what we have in here. Actually, wait, is SCR Gogeta even on this? No, he's not. SCR Gogeta is not on this list. Why is he not? He's not on the list. Oh, brother. Oh, why? Okay. Let's continue moving on. Broly, please Super ECA him. If you make him good, he'll be very good in the festival battles, because he's a stacker. I think his Super ECA is pretty meh, in my opinion. Really good lead for Battlefield, but that's pretty much what I'm thinking of right now, but that's all I can think of. Golden Frieza, actually, he could be a pretty good Super ECA if they do it right. Because all Golden Friezas are nowadays are just tanks. If he's a good tank, I pick him over AGL Golden Frieza. Maybe, it just depends, right? When are they super? They missed their mark when. Oh my god, they missed their mark on GDC, not Super ECA in this unit. So, just gotta wait for it to come up then later in the future, I guess. This might be a good time for a Super ECA on this guy. I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. I was like, where is he? Oh, okay. There's Super Gogeta. I was like, where is this dude? Okay, he's right here. I missed a mark by looking for him. But I recommend picking him up. I've used him constantly, actually. I personally think he's still good, but yeah, people think he's trash or he's okay or he's mid. I think he's really good. He survived in at least some of the red zone content, or some of the most difficult content. Not gonna go any further than that. I recommend picking him up. I don't know what they did with this Vegeta. Did I do a showcase on him? I think I did, right? He's kind of the same, even after he Super ECA'd. I forget what they actually fixed on him, but I think they gave him more damage and more damage reduction. More turns of having damage reduction, but I only say to just pick him up if you don't have him. His ECA sucks. I'm not gonna go any further than that. And then I don't know why he's still on here. I don't think he's ECA'd, right? No, I think he has actually. Let me go double check. Oh yeah, he's ECA'd, alright. I just don't know what he does actually. I just forget what he does. And then you have your other guys. You got. I'll give you good options right here. I'll say 1 is a good option, and then these guys, if you don't, they'll probably super easy in the future. Brawly, this Brawly for his future super easy. Omega for GT bosses. He's insane. He's actually pretty good. Wait for their super ECAs just for these guys. Same thing with him. These two are very good for GT heroes and Giant A power. These two are insanely good. No, this is probably the only. This is one of the no's I'll say. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, personally. Yeah, definitely yes. No. Sure. Super Easy Souls on here. Why didn't they take him out, man? Why would they do that? That's a stupid way to package him, bro. No. Yeah. Maybe yes for both. No. Not really. Yeah, I think it's okay. He's okay as well. And then maybe, and then no. There. That's it. Let me know what you guys think of these redstone unit picks. There's a lot I've recommended already. Well, let me know who you guys picked or which one would you guys pick. And as always, I will see you all in the next one.